Hi, I'm Scott from the Skiers Lounge, and today I'm going to talk to you about custom footbeds. But before I talk about a custom footbed and why they are a good investment with any ski boot purchase, I'm going to show you why we kind of need them. So I've got 3 victims feet here, so these are previous ski boot fits gone wrong. We have the classic standard arch or normal foot, no such thing. We have flat foot, and we have the classic high instep foot here. Very high arch and very high instep on top. Now, the reason this is important to identify is, first of all, 70% of the people that come in for boot fit say they're flat foot or standard foot, no such thing, or high instep, and they're not. So 70% of people don't realise what they are or are completely wrong, and because there's issues elsewhere that are causing them to think that. And that's why when we do a boot fit, we do a biomechanical assessment and we look at the feet, we get really hands-on with it. Good job, we love feet, and we can determine what arch profile you really are. And the left foot and the right foot can be completely different, and if you've had an injury, it could be further different again from what would be expected to be the norm. So flat foot first. If you look at a flat foot, you can see a lot of contact with the ground, and the ankle, if I exaggerate, really kicked in. So you can see the leg is going this way. So there's no arch and no suspension. The result is the leg goes in rather than being straight, and we also have no suspension. So as you walk, this is very tight, and almost like some people with flat feet, almost like a happy feet, like a slapping sound as they walk around in their flip-flops. But basically what they're doing is they've only got the contact point through the whole foot. There's no compression in the arch, so the foot gets tired. So really important that foot is correctly positioned in the ski boot, but also gently supported underneath to maximise comfort and energy so that they don't get shattered halfway through the skiing day. Then you have your standard foot, no such thing as a standard foot, keep saying it. So we've got an arch in here giving us a suspension, which is what an arch is for. It gives you suspension between the heel bone and the metatarsal joints here, so along the balls of your feet here. And the idea of that, as you walk, it compresses and expands. Same in a ski boot, as you flex forward, there's some flexing in the arch, but not as much as walking. So we would look to support that. And again, in this standard foot, it's ever so slightly canted or coming inwards. So we would look to support the foot to straighten that up in the boot so that everything is nicely in alignment and your feet are flat on the mountain. That's the key thing with a custom fitted footbed, is they keep your feet flat and square, so as you turn, you're in charge of the edges and the turning and not catching edges on the flat sections. Finally, we have the evil foot, the high instep, which is what I've got. Mine luckily doesn't look quite this bad. So we have a high instep, high arch here, and therefore a high instep. Problem with that foot, as you can clearly see, causes massive pressure over the top of the instep, so boot selection is critical. But if we do not support that arch, it's very straight at the moment, but as that arch gets tired, because it can't possibly hold that all day, the foot will just collapse. You'll be catching your ski edges as you go down the mountain, like this, and going like that, and basically adjusting yourself outwards and flat, and in doing so putting pressure on your knees and the outside of your lower legs. So it just fatigues you, it's not ideal. So having a custom footbed like this, we would slide that inside the boot, under the foot, and you can now see we've got perfect alignment and we've got support through the arch area. So custom footbeds come in different flavours. We use a range here ourselves. This example here is from CDAS. We use Bootdock as well. So with this footbed here is heated up in an oven to 120 degrees Celsius to make it supple, because it becomes a flat object. It's actually not shaped at all. We then make a mould of your foot. We leave that for 5 minutes, take the footbed out, and then proceed to machine it and cut it, add a heel stabilizer, and make it perfectly custom to your foot. In a ski boot fit here, this is the most custom fitted piece of equipment as part of the boot fitting process. I'd say around 99% of people that leave here leave with a custom fitted insole. And that's not because we're trying to upsell them to spend more money on a footbed, it's because basically it's the most important part of the boot fitting. If we cannot ensure your foot is level and straight and held comfortably in the right position, we can't make tweaks to the boot, add volume around bunions, instep height, and we also can't assure you that as you're skiing down a mountain, your feet are going to be staying nice and flat. So without a doubt, if people come in on a budget, we always say to them, buy this first, ski boot second. Even if it means coming back for a ski boot later or reducing your budget on your investment in a ski boot, this is fundamentally important to getting the best result. So we're always going to recommend them. There are other options. So if you can't invest in a custom fitted footbed initially, then we do sell pre-molded insoles like this. And you can see it has an arch underneath it. They come in 3 heights, flat, medium and high, but they're left and right are identical. No one's feet are identical left and right. So they're good alternative to what comes in a ski boot, which is this silly bit of carpet. And the idea of that is literally so it does get thrown away. It's minimal cost to the boot maker because they know that a good boot fitter is going to discard that after the initial fitting and put in one of these or a custom fitted insole just like this. And that is why we recommend custom fitted insoles.